Hey, Kyle here. This video is brought to you by Vocal. It is the blogging platform for independent bloggers, journalists, people who love writing. If that is your thing, and please make sure to check out the link in the description below. It will be related to whatever this topic, today's discussion will be about, which will be, drumroll, toxic relationships, toxic girlfriends. That is right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a simple question. If your girlfriend was in a room with every single guy she's ever wanted to date, hook up with, marry, etc., would she have chosen you as the first choice? I'll repeat it again. If your girlfriend was in a room with every single guy in her entire lifetime she ever wanted to sleep with, suck, whatever, marry, have a relationship, be in a relationship with, would she have chosen you first? And that's a physiological question right there, because she probably wouldn't. Which is today's discussion. It's going to be about, you were never a first choice, and signs your girlfriend's toxic. And you can access this article again, vocal.com. It's in the description. Take a look at it. So, one thing I like to mention to you guys is this video is specifically for, Western men who live, in countries like the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, or the United Kingdom, because this pertains to them, and it's more prominent of an issue in those English-speaking countries. All right. For the rest of the world, you probably won't relate too much to this. But recently, in the last couple of years, with the rise of Tinder and with the rise of other social media platforms, women have been more and more picky and toxic when it applies to the dating scene. And unfortunately for men, it has been harder and harder for us to go on dates. And for that reason, because of Tinder, because of dating apps, and social media like Instagram and Snapchat, it is much easier and simpler to cheat on your significant other. And it goes for both sides, not only women, but men. And if you're in a relationship right now with your significant other, with your girlfriend, but you just feel off, something isn't right, that maybe it's not right whenever she comes to your place and she always faces her phone screen down on your coffee table, or if there'll be times where she's completely distant while you're texting her, while you're talking to her, while you're trying to communicate with her virtually, and she doesn't reply and she seems cold, or she's always hanging out with her friends and doing things with them but barely does anything with you, bruh, it's time to go. Pack those bags, leave. You're in a very toxic, not good for you relationship, and I'm going to give you some of the signs to look out for right away with that. Number one, she doesn't text you back right away. So, fellas, if your woman doesn't text you back right away, it doesn't always mean she's up to something vindictive or what she's not supposed to do, like cheating or anything. It could simply just mean that she's at work. And we hope that's the case. However, if she always does this, and she does it even after when she's off of work, something isn't right. And you should have every right to feel suspicious. You know, it could be as simple as, say, you go into work, for example, and you know your girlfriend doesn't work that day. And you text her, hey, babe, I love you. So you're going to work, you're doing your business, you're in your cubicle, or you're at, an essential job working. And periodically you check your phone throughout the shift. No answer. Nothing. You don't get anything. You don't see anything at all. Until one day. And this is within the same frame. All right. I wouldn't even say one day. Until the end of your shift. You get into your car. And you check your phone. And you've seen that she hasn't read your message. Or maybe she has read your message, but she hasn't replied. If she does that to you, there's a chance that she's hooking up with someone else, that she's sleeping around with somebody else, that she's getting her back blown out by another guy or a guy friend. And that's another sign. That's another sign, guys. If she has guy friends, we'll go over later, then you know for sure that something's up. Unless those guy friends are, in the gay community, it is a very prominent possibility and probability that those guys are vultures. And I will go over that again after I go over the next sign that she's toxic and that you were not the first choice. And by the way, if you were the first choice, she would be crazy over you, dude. Bro, she would be texting you all the time. She would be constantly texting you all the time. The other one would be, so the other sign she's toxic and you were never her first choice. She spends more time with her friends than with you. So if you're, say, you want to play video games with your girl, which a lot of dudes want to do, or you want to just have a time for her, but she always makes an excuse. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I just got from work. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I promise I will hang out with my friends. If she's always doing that to you, if she's always finding time, rather it's not to have sex, or rather it's not to play a video game or watch you play, rather it's, something else, like you want to go to the park and just walk with her and she's making excuses, bruh. If she's always making excuses to do anything with you, but she's always available and ready to hang out with any of her other friends, including her so-called guy friends, it's time to go. Dump that girl. She isn't good for you. The third sign that she's toxic and you were not her first choice, all right? She tells her friends everything, but you're the last one to know about it. And personally, I can give you an anecdote of mine. A couple of years back, I was messing around with this girl who, I guess, mutual friends of mine knew. And we were in a friends with benefits type of deal. But she would always tell her other female friends that she was sleeping with me and sleeping with other guys. And I would be the last one to know about it. And it totally sucked. And when you think about it, guys, I'm telling you, if you're all about the lovey-dovey romance stuff, don't get into friends with benefits. Because you're definitely not the first choice. If you were, she would have went on to, she would have went beyond friends with benefits. She would have been, in a LTR, long-term relationship with you. But if she's not into a long-term relationship with you, just cut her out. Because if she was your first choice, again, she wouldn't be playing with you like that. She would be telling you everything. She wouldn't be telling her friends, her other guy friends, everything that she does and just leave you in the dark. That's just ruthless. So another sign you were never the first choice at all. And that she's toxic. She has lots of guy friends. And we're not talking homosexual guy friends. We're talking guy friends who are straight males, don't have anybody, they're single, they're always around your girl. She's hanging around them and talking to them and texting them more than she talks to you. She's always doing, the most with these guys. And she's leaving you out. And let me tell you a little something about straight males who are put in the friend zone, but are also friends with your girlfriend. They're just waiting for that moment for you to just screw up so that they can actually replace you. So that they can actually say, you know what, I don't want, I can't hold it any longer. I'm going to jump the shark. I'm going to go with this chick. Because dude that she was dating, they're not working out, so I'm going to intervene. If, sometimes guys, they'll try to slide in her life and try to steal her from you while you're together if they know you're having problems. If they know that your girlfriend doesn't seem happy with you. And Will Smith is right when he says you can't make anyone happy. That's why Jada did what she did and had an entanglement. Listen, your girlfriend, if she has more than 5, I would say even 20 guy friends who are straight, there's a small chance that unless they're not attracted to her, and we can hope and pray that is the case. If they're not attracted to her, they only see her as a friend and they're level-headed, that's all right. There's less chance that he's going to be doing anything. Even if the dude has a girl, even if your girlfriend's guy friend has a girlfriend, he might still try to get your girl. And if she was your first choice, you would not be, she would not be talking to those guys all the time. She would be focused on you, bruh. On you. So if she has too many guy friends, they're not gay, they're not pansexual, or not attracted to her, they're praying, they're vulturing on her. They're just waiting for that moment to take your girl away from you. Here's another sign that she's toxic and you were not the first choice. She gaslights you. She blames you for something or makes you feel bad for something you didn't do in order to manipulate your opinions and second guess what you've done. And she'll always find a clever, crafty way to keep you feeling like, oh my God, I don't know if you know what being gaslighted feels like. It's the worst feeling in the world, bro. Because you're going to feel like, wait, I did something wrong. And she can convince you enough where you feel like you've done something wrong, where it feels like you are the problem. Where you are the problem. Another toxic trait, toxic sign to look out for a girl who never chose you as the first choice. She compares you to other men. And this happens very often too, all right? So if you're always being compared to other guys, or if she's always saying, well, what is it? What do the Asians call it? The Asian parents do this. It's called pilau piety or something like that. Pilau piety. I think that's what it's called. Pilau piety. That's what it's called. So she'll always compare you to Jimmy or her friend James, her so-called guy friend, or any of her other guy friends, or anyone on social media, a social influencer, a pop star. Or she's like, oh, why can't you have a six-pack like Harry Styles or Justin Bieber? Or why can't you be as tall as this basketball player? Bro, if she's doing that to you, she don't really love you. And you were never her first choice. You should just let that go completely. Here's another one. She always brings up her exes. Now listen, sometimes Western women are going to let you know what their past is about. If they really love you, they're going to tell you. You know, sometimes they won't. Most of the time they will. But if she continues talking about her ex or even comparing you, like the last example here, with an ex from her past, bro, it is a very, very, very high chance that she's still talking or has contact with her ex, thinking about going back with her ex, or is sleeping with one of her exes, if not one of her guy friends, one of her ex-boyfriends behind your back. That's when you need to let her go. You need to let that go. If she's doing that, let her go. Because if you were the first choice, she'll be head over heels with you, and you wouldn't have to worry about all that, all right? And here's the last example I'm going to go through with you guys. She places her phone face down on the table when you're together. And I had this happen before. Again, I had a friends with benefits. She would come here on the weekends to see me, and as we're making out, she would always put her phone face down on the coffee table. Now, when someone does that, okay, just know that psychology says people place their phones face down in the company of their significant other, friends with benefits, when they're being unfaithful. And if you're in a friends with benefits situation, your partner or the person you're messing around with should be very transparent. Tell you, hey, you know, I'm seeing other people too. I'm doing this. But if they're not, that's messed up. And if your girlfriend's doing this, and if you notice your girlfriend always does this, or she's always tilting her phone screen away from you so you can never see what's going on, dude, that means she's talking to like 5 other guys, or she's talking to some dudes on social media, probably on Snapchat, probably on, TikTok, probably. People talk on TikTok. Yeah, you'll be surprised. Or, on Instagram. And if her Snap score is high, and there's a lot of dudes just looking at her stories on there, it's time to let her go. Because if she really chose you as the first choice, if you were the first choice for her, she wouldn't have anything to hide. She wouldn't be putting her phone face down like that. And that's just me being real with you guys. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening to this and watching my video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when the next video comes on. And don't forget to check out those articles in the description below. Also, guys, if you're into investing like I am in the crypto world, I have a link down below. Join Coinbase. It's a blockchain wallet, and it's a place where you can buy different cryptocurrencies like Compound, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and others. So yeah, definitely check it out if you want to invest and hit it big someday. This is your chance. Thank you for listening, and share this video with everyone you know. See you later, guys.
So are y'all a couple?
Yes.
Okay, so look, the $1 million question is, do you support your girl having a guy best friend?
Well, that's funny. We was just talking about that, and she got a best friend. I really don't know. I don't really trust him. But since she
I
my
tell him
girl,
that we're just best friends. He
So
doesn't
you trust him?
me. Yes, I trust him.
You don't think he had cheated or anything like that?
No.
You're a best friend. Okay, for sure. All right, so look, call up your best friend since you trust him so much and tell him that you broke up with him and y'all cheated. He cheated on you or something like that.
I'll call him right now.
Okay, call him.
He just doesn't want to trust me.
I don't really trust dude. I trust you kind of.
Here, hello? Hey, my boyfriend just cheated on me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you he wasn't good for you. Where you at right now?
Hey, let me come through and hit it like old times again.
Again? I told you, bro. Again? She belongs to the street.